Hey, good morning, everyone. Just checking in. Hope you're doing okay. Um, Stay well, stay healthy. I know it's probably getting real hard, but it's for the greater good. Happy Friday. We got this. Just one day at a time. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick lesson on some new topics. I'll post these notes online. This is chapter 8 dash 1, so just the first part of chapter 8. And then what I'll do is I'll post a homework assignment due Monday or Tuesday. It'll be pretty quick just to practice this new stuff. So this is called variation. Variation is kind of just a fancy word for a special type of function, as you'll see. The first part of variation is direct variation here. Okay. Direct variation means that two variables have a direct relationship. Okay, so they grow together. So two things that are directly related means they're going to change in the same way. They're either going to grow or decrease together, right? And the equation you do for that is you have the first variable, in this case it's y, equals the second variable is of course on the other side of the equal sign, and there has to be a k, which is the constant of variation. So a very simple equation. And so an example of that is if you're told y varies directly with x, and then y equals 15 when x equals 2.5, all you have to do to write the variation function is figure out k, because as we know, we always write equations as y equals something with x, right? So this is super easy because you just have to figure out what k is, and if we know what x and y are, it's just a simple algebra problem. So here's the work. We have 15 equals k times 2.5 here, right? K, 2.5. To find k, you just divide by 2.5. 15 divided by 2.5 here is 6. So k equals 6. And then the final answer, if you're asked to write the function, is y equals 6x. And that's a linear function, as we all know, right? So very simple. The next part is inverse variation. So this is probably intuitive, but inverse variation is just the opposite. That means two variables now have an opposite relationship. Okay, so they do different things, and one is going to increase while the other decreases. So very, very different. This is, of course, like you could have one of the two situations, right? So either the two variables are going to do the same thing together, or they're going to be opposite of each other. And so the equation in this case is just y equals, and now k is on top, and you're dividing it by x, right? So this is because the y and the x here, they have to be basically like opposites of each other, right? So because x is in the denominator, if x starts to grow, that's going to make y as a whole smaller. So they're going to do opposite things, which is why you have a fraction here. And so k goes on top and x needs to go on the bottom because that's the only way it's going to be an inverse variation. And so just another simple example here. So you have y varies inversely with x. Y equals 3, x equals 8, write the function. So of course you set it up here. 3 is going to equal k divided by 8. Y is 3, x is 8, so you just fill in the blanks. We got to solve for k, so you just multiply by 8 to cancel it out. You see here 8 times 3 is 24, so 24 equals k. And then final answer, you rewrite the whole equation. The equation's up here, remember? So we got to write y equals something over x, and we knew that k is 24, so it's y equals 24 divided by x. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions.